Okay, how you doing, guys? Well, there's a lot to update on, and for a lot of you, you're saying, what update? Well, what happened is about 2 weeks ago, my main computer, where I run most of my video, studio, broadcasting type of work from, died. It's $6,000 piece of equipment. I've had it since 2013, so it's just about been 5 years. So basically, it's come out to about $1,200 per year. So basically, $100 a month in terms of per month usage, I guess, of the amount that I paid for it. So when I looked at some of the information about PCs and laptops and whatnot, and I see that 5 years is basically the life cycle. I even looked at Apple because, again, some of my partners are insisting that I get a Mac Pro. So even their Apple Care Plus program only goes up to 3 years max, apparently. So I guess, 3 years. The other two are if in the hands of God, and basically that's what we're seeing. So that supports the reality that the 5 years I got out of my machine are decent, very good. And that for all of you guys who are not aware of it, because I wasn't before, but your computers really do have a life cycle. And when you get into a computer, no matter how little or how much you put into it, it's only going to last you. You have to do it, buy it, with the idea that you're looking at a machine for 5 years. And you need to plan to buy another one in 5 years. Okay, so if you're doing anything, if you're buying a computer, you really should be in Traffic Multiplier, by the way. You should go to classiforium.com/50K job 5D. You go there and sign up for that program, because at least with that program and your computer, in 5 years, you will be upgrading your computer. You will buy a new computer. It's no problem. So if you consider yourself, in relation to your computer, unlimited funds or possibility of being limited in the next 5 years, you should give yourself an insurance policy with our program and create that income that you need just to replace it on the fly. In my case, I can't just replace mine on the fly. And the reason is, first of all, on that computer, I have so much data that I need to try to recover. So it brings me into the necessity of deciding either to first have a local tech remove the living parts of that laptop and to replace, especially the drive, and put it into a new replacement PC. It doesn't have to be a laptop, really. Just so that I can retrieve or have access to the data. So that's my first concern at this point. Secondly, I am seriously, or have mostly decided, to get into the Mac world for the first time in my life. Simply to give it a go. I'm usually a staunch Windows man, but since the people there in Apple have seen the wisdom in incorporating the ability to run Windows. I'm going to take advantage of that. They'll have a sale of their machine to a die-hard Windows customer, but I will give their hardware for a run and use the software also to see the operating system, to see how that is. I've seen it. I've seen other people use it. I don't like the way it does things. But again, I'm a peculiar user. You know, I'm a unique user in terms of what I need it for. So we'll see. You know, I'll be able to have an opinion after I used it, right? So we'll do that. So that's basically what I'm planning to do. Since I'm not in a rush now because school is out, I run the Arithmetic University, and I give certain classes myself. I don't have to give classes until September or beyond in the fall. So I'm not in a rush to replace or need to replace that right now, and just concentrate on retrieving my data, which, as I said before, is my most important concern. So that's basically what's happening. Also, on top of that, we've had an adoption, two adoptions, basically, a brother and sister this past week, and I haven't been out doing exercise. So it's been about a week and a half to 2 weeks, maybe 1 day or two in between, where I've been able to come out and do something. And this is why I mentioned it, because I mentioned the computer thing, because all those video updates were on that other computer. I don't think they were uploaded yet. I did do an upload of my Sunday teachings before the week that it fell out, so meaning that it broke down. So I'm good with that, but I don't think I saved the latest updates from my walks. So basically, anyhow, it's been a while. I've done my walking today. I kept the original pattern that I had before the breakdown of the computer and the adoption parties. I've been eating cake. We had friends, family come down from up north, and we've been eating here, you know, Spanish food, and you know, all of that entails, and we've been very active in terms of not following any dieting or anything like that. Chips galore, everything. So I thought a little bit about what I was going to do when I got out today, you know, and my body says, let's go, it's time to go. And like always, my body is faithful to the pattern, which is good, because you can see after I ate all the cake I wanted and did everything that you're not supposed to do if you're watching your weight, I was still able to do my routine. So that's good. You know, again, the muscles are there. They haven't been used in a week or so, but they're still there. They still say, when are we getting out? You know, so now the time came for us to get out. So that's what we did. And so it's good. We're doing good. We did it well. It's very hot today, so a little bit more of the gasping, but not anything horrible or anything to be overly concerned about. So all in all, it was good. I got out again. We did well. We're performing well. And yes, my son. All right, take care. And so therefore we are doing well with that. So we're thankful, and that my son is out there, so everybody's concerned about, you know, why is a kid standing by themselves out there. So anyhow, we're doing well in what we're supposed to be doing every day. we finally got back to it, and so now everything's going to get back to normal. I probably put on, I don't know, a few ounces at least, if not a pound. But that will quickly melt in this heat and then getting back to the routine. So we'll be back on par. I don't expect any changes in the routine until October at the earliest, and we're still in June. So we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 months before we even think about making any changes. So wonderful, everything's on par. And we'll get everything together. The studio is down for the moment. I'm going to try to upload this now through the older computer and see how that fares, and try to restore some video capacity to my operations. If I'm able and successful to do that, then I will continue as I left off. I can't do any of the special effects because again that needs the computer and I don't have it, but I can do it old school, no titles. I'll do something on the screen. I'll try to invent something, a graphic or something. Let's see how we can make it work. But you know, these are the times it needs to make some adjustments, so we'll do that and we see what we can discover and what things we can do and improve upon. So other than that, I'm not letting anything hold me back. The computer, again, the good thing was that computer only dealt with video. I mostly did my video on it. I did software on it as well, but the software will hold until I can get back to my data. And if I can't get the data, I will have to rework the software code by hand because there's no other backup for it. But that's not a hard thing for me to do. So I'll just do that on my on the software I have active and going on at present, and the others that I was planning and developing slowly, I'll just get back into the development mode on those and continue on that. And progressing on, you know, I got more time now to do my books. I'm going to start finishing up on some loose ends here and there and get some new projects on the burner, and we'll be starting to do those as well. So it's a good thing. It's a bad thing I lost that computer, but it's a good thing that I did, because other things can now be done. Other natural priorities occur now. And the other things that we're working on right now really don't need that new computer. It really needs me just to get things done on the old computer. Just you know, do some PDFs and do some planning, get some platforms, sign up to some platforms, and work out some strategizing that I really don't need the new computer for anyway. The new computer was just, I call it new, it was 5 years old, but that was just the dedicated computer for video work, and so I just have to do video another way, everything else continue. All right, I just wanted to share that while I got out here, did some exercise, and then now try to upload this to YouTube and see how we can continue updating YouTube and Periscope and other things like that without my video equipment until I get to buy it. Probably about, I'll need it before September, so hopefully I will finish with what I have to do with the old computer, the drive, and ascertain that my data is still there and recoverable, and then just get the new computer and set that up for September classes to begin and for the rest of my video work to continue. Okay, thanks for watching, and let's hope for the best.